What's the main lesson you think your characters learned from season 1, and how are they going to apply it in season 2?
Rain, do you want to start?
Sure. I think as far as the lesson that Rachel learned season 1, I don't necessarily know if it applies to season 2 100%. I think, yes, she's learning that she can ask for help. I think that still does correlate, but she's also just experiencing something she never really has before at a different level. And she's learning a whole new lesson about maybe how to be okay with just feeling in general.
I think with Leah in season 1, she understands that her mind can run away from her at times, and she has to learn a lesson time and time again of the effects and consequences that has. And I think in season 2, with that awareness that she has of her instincts not always being accurate, although there are like ounces of truth in every one of them, I think she finesses that more. It takes her throughout the season, but I think she's beginning to understand that instinct, and sort of she doesn't overcorrect as much as she did season 1.
Yeah, in season 1 we have a bunch of timelines. We have the past, the future, the present, but also in this season we have many timelines, including the boys. So was it hard to actually stay on track and knowing what you were actually shooting on set?
Well, the way that we shot was there would be, just because of location wise, it was much easier to, when the girls would be together, we would shoot maybe 5-6 days in a row, have the half of the end of the week and the beginning of the next week. So I think we continued to find our rhythm, and you're able to, just like the first season, we would shoot an episode out of order as well. So I don't think it was such a shock to have, different characters, to new characters, additional characters to sort of keep track of, and the story that we were telling. At the beginning of every new episode, we would all sit down as a cast, and we would all talk about it afterwards and figure out how we felt about it, and how this changed from the episode before. I think the show is always sort of a juggling act, and not just because these characters that go through a lot of trauma. There's huge builds in every episode. But I think that this season, again, we were successful in really telling the truth of each story, and consistently and well.
Yeah, I think that, like Sarah said, this show has always been a juggling act. And I think, I also think we've, as a cast, done a really great job of supporting each other through that juggling act. And it's something you do kind of get used to when you say it out loud. When you think about the schedules that we have, you're like, a lot of people might just be like, what? But after like, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks, we're like, oh yeah, this is just, how it goes, and getting the different information and just going for it.